What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku Super Warrior Awakening version. That's a mouthful. I guess it was a handful too because I was holding the box. But anywho, this is my first ever Dragon Ball Z figure. I know next to nothing about Dragon Ball Z, but when I went to the Tamashii Nations World Tour, it was heavily Dragon Ball Z. I saw a lot of stuff. I was impressed. And I do want to get the Shenron figure coming out later this year. And I figured if I was going to get something, it was going to be a Goku. And then he was on sale on Amazon for 30 bucks. And I had Prime points, so he cost me that much. So I figured since this was a highly rated figure last year, I'd get him. Yeah. I'm also going at this review with a little bit of a different lighting, just going with my overhead lights because in my last review, the Groot review, like the lights were really playing some focus issues. And I was doing some testing, and it appears without those lights, it looks a lot better. I don't think I'm going to be doing this, going forward that much, but right now I thought it really worked out. So let's get a good close-up here of Goku in a Super Saiyan, like, clothes-bursting form. And his head sculpt looks really nice. It's really cool. The reason why I just not into DBZ is I was never into the art style on, I guess I don't really have much experience with the manga, but like on the cartoon, just never dug it. Shout out to my cousin, as we call him, Bubba. Like he is a huge fan and had tried to get me into it for a long time. I just stubborn, wasn't gonna go for it. But here I am, all those years later, with like a Goku figure, and honestly, I could see why it was one of the figures of the year last year for a lot of people. It's just really, really nice. So yeah, really nice head sculpt. I love his hair. I always love this concept of the Super Saiyan and the hair going up and whatnot. And again, I don't know anything about it, but I just dig it. It looks cool. I love the sculpt of his hair. Kind of sharp. Probably wouldn't give this to ULTRAZILLA Jr. to play with. His face looks cool. I really like this particular face. The one that comes with him in the box. Is it me or he's got some dirty ears? I see there's some crazy shading, or is there like some sort of like a wax running joke in the show or something? Because this dude needs a Q-tip. A little bit too much shading in there, if that's what that is. So here he is, all hulked out, jacked up. Good sculpt there. The muscles look really nice. This would be a really cool figure to draw from. His chest looks great. His arms look awesome. I love the tattering of his clothes. It's just, it's just sculpted really well. A lot of it's sharp too, by the way, if you haven't handled this figure. I really dig it though. It's just well done. I love his muscles on his legs, on his thigh there. How it protrudes, it looks cool. And I like it, this knee shape. It looks a little odd, but I dig it. So that's kind of cool. And his boots look really nice as well. So really nice sculpt throughout here. Looking really fantastic. And the paint, it's cool. Like, there's good shading on his body. I wish you would see that more on like the WWE figures don't have this. And if they could do it here, why can't they do it there? So I dig it. It just adds like nice definition. So on his hair, it even has some nice shading in there going on with the orange mixed in. So that looks cool. There's nothing on the orange of his pants or the blue. It's just pretty much straight up the colors, but it's got so many folds in there, but it does create natural shading. So there's that, but I wish there was a little more. It's not a deal breaker for me at all, but yeah, I don't know. It's really nice either way. The colors are work really well. And full disclosure, I'm not the biggest fan of the colors orange and blue together. Just, I don't know. As a kid growing up here in New York, I was always a Yankee fan, and orange and blue was always the Mets. So I'll just blame it on that for never like digging that color combo. So I'm having a hard time getting to stand. There we go. Because I want to look at this stuff. So he comes with. Let's dump it. Oh, we have this extra face here. Focus. Focus. Not focusing. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there we go. Looks pretty cool. A little bit of a angry face. A little bit of a screaming face here. Both of them pretty well. Eyes look good. And then you have a bunch of different hands. Some gripping ones. I don't know what these hands. I don't know if like specific hands do like specific things, but you got a nice variety of them. So pretty cool. I showed them in all different orders. Well, let's try something on for size. See what we got. I don't know exactly what that one does, but stop. That's pretty cool. That just looks really awesome. Now his face, how you swap out the face is pretty interesting. You take off his bangs here, right there, and then you just kind of pop this out right there. And then you got this really creepy hairhead guy. Yeah, and you just replace that. And you replace the hair. And there you go. Some screaming action. Ah! Looks cool. Looks really nice. I like this face on here. It's always interesting when you actually like replace the faces and you end up liking it more than you thought you would. So that happens to me a bit. Let's see. I'll think, I'm not gonna replace anything, then I do, and I'm like, oh wow, that looks great. This one not as much for me, but yeah. But either way, pretty awesome. Now, the real awesome part of this guy is his articulation. I really dig it. So head's on the ball joint here. You got a lot of movement. You can't look down that much, up that much, and his neck is on the ball joint as well. So you get that extra like look on either side. Pretty awesome. You could do the Steve Austin. Then you got an ab crunch in here. It's good, and a waist. Yeah, some good waist movement in there. You have a waist crunch? No, I think it's just a twist. You get a lot of movement in his torso, and that's really awesome. You got a nice like butterfly type joint in here. Not complete, but like it is there, and you can move his shoulder side to side up from it. You got a hinge up here, ball joint in there. You got a lot of movement in his shoulder. You got a bicep swivel, and you got the double jointed elbow. However, you don't really get a ton of movement because his muscles are so big from it, but it is there. It is double jointed. And then you got a swivel and hinge. stop. Same thing on the other side. So here's what the articulation is really great. His hips have like multiple layers to it. So you got joint in there, like his butt has a joint, which I never seen before. And then you got another one right at the normal thigh. Look at the inside here. That is phenomenal. And I love how it like folds in on itself. You just get a really great range of motion from that. You can kick really nicely, you know, so you can go out that much as well. Can't do like full split there, but pretty good. You got him to kick backwards and forwards. It's pretty awesome. So I mean, you don't get like the, and then you can rotate too, from in here. Pretty great. So, but you don't have a like thigh cut up here, but you do have it like right underneath his pants here, which is really cool. I dig that. And then you have the double jointed knee, which is a little hindered because of his pants here on this side. You get a little more on this leg. So I like that they're not like exactly the same. That's pretty cool. Do you get a boot cut? I don't think you do. No boot cut. So nothing in, yeah, nothing in his calf at all. But then you have a really good ankle rocker. And you get a hinge going back and forth, and his toe has a hinge as well. So lots of articulation for Goku. The Super Saiyan Goku, well, Super Saiyan Warrior Awakening Goku. He's pretty great. So I really dig him. So this was a great, like, I didn't know I was gonna get him, but when I saw the price, I was like, you know what? It's time to give this guy a shot. Give this line a shot, this particular subline here. So, pretty awesome. I really feel like this should be a boot cut, but it's really tight on mine at least. So there you go. Doing some size comparisons. Here's a Marvel Legends Drax figure. So you can see he's much bigger. And a Power Rangers Legacy figure. Another big figure. How about Masterpiece Optimus Primal? It's fantastic. Who I brought over here in the hopes of finally reviewing him. Speaking of finally reviewing, it was gonna be one of these two actually, and I decided he was very fresh and I wanted to do him, but Bruce Lee, the yellow tracksuit version, has to be reviewed very soon. Now that'll be a good fight, huh? All right. So, but there you have it, guys. Son Goku Awakening version. Really, really well done figure. I can totally see why critics and fans alike have given this figure like really high ratings last year. And he would have definitely have been in my top 16 of 16, no doubt. He's just amazing. So really glad to have him. He'll look awesome on my shelf. I'll give him a lot of people said I have to give Vegeta, but again, I'm not really into the line. I'm not really into this show, so it's more of an aesthetic thing for me. So I will definitely display him with Shenron behind him. I wish they were enemies, but they're not. So I will display him with Shenron behind him on my display, and that'll be a fun display to have. That's all I need. But glad I got this figure. Really, really awesome. So if you could like, comment, subscribe here, and share, I'd really appreciate it. This figure gets high marks from me for sure. Please check out my Facebook page, ULTRAZILLA Toys, for news, for comments, for pics, and that's all I got, guys. Till next time, peace out, peeps.